This is Bob Maloney from MyMMAnews.com, and I am talking to an absolute beast, one of the top amateur fighters in the Northeast, Drew Dickson. He hasn't gotten a chance to get back in the cage since he last won a title at Art of War before all this COVID BS happened. Drew, before we even talk fights, man, how's life treating you? I know you're excited and pumped to get back in there. What's going on, my man? How you been?
I'm good, man. It's good to finally talk to you again. Yeah, life's been good. Life's been good. Just staying active and training pretty hard for this whatnot, and being creative and whatnot with the training. And making sure I'm just kind of enjoying the process right now. So life's good. Life's been good right now. So how about yourself?
Fantastic, man. I'm happy. I'm very happy that regional mixed martial arts is back. I mean,
Right.
and it gives me, a lot of fun, a lot of things to do, a lot of interviews, and I'm happy for the guys. Listen, mixed martial arts for a lot of guys, Drew, it's not just about fighting to become world champions. Like somebody like you with a huge ceiling, yes, you have a career in front of you, but it's also therapy for a lot of people. You know what I
It's
mean?
100%. I mean, it's therapy for me too, man. It's a way of life for a lot of people. Um, it creates order for a lot of individuals. Whether they're good, they're in the middle, or they're not. It creates some type of order. So yeah, no, it's this past, what was it, year and a half and whatnot. I mean, it really shook a lot of shit up. And I know you guys were itching to get back to it and whatnot. I kept trying to stay in touch with Mike the whole time and kind of see where he was at with stuff. And I know he got that show lined up, I think, for, what was that, May 22nd. And he was a little upset that it was stuck at what, like 50, 60% or something like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's good that getting right back to the 100% though, pretty quick right after that.
So listen, you
So
won your belt. You won your belt in impressive fashion. I mean, you came in against defending champ Anthony Cachera, who's a tough dude, and you bullied him around, you pushed him around. I mean, your wrestling, your grappling was outstanding. And I'm kind of shocked, to be honest with you, because listen, this guy 7-1. The guy is built so well. He's in unbelievable shape. I thought your next move would be signing a pro contract. Tell me a little bit about, was it because of the delay that you're taking another amateur fight? What went into, you taking another amateur fight? Because like I said, I've been cage side for a lot of fights, and I'm watching you fight, and I'm like, this young man, he can handle himself for 5-minute rounds as a pro, but I'm going to give you some props for taking another amateur fight, still working on your game, not rushing things. Tell me about
yeah.
the thought process there. Was that between you and Dave, the coach? How did you come up with this decision to take another AMI fight?
Yeah, it was really just mine. I think it's a mix of a lot of things. Definitely, I think the layoff definitely that's first and foremost, but I think everyone can see that. I think a big thing is I think a lot of guys, a lot of amateurs obtain belts and then they flip pro right afterwards, or they go and they fight for another promotion and obtain a second one. Typically they'll obtain one and then they'll just go pro. I do want to feel what it's like to defend a belt, but I also if I'm talking about this one though, I'm also taking on the mindset of like, this is not even a belt fight. This is just another high caliber fight, for myself and for another individual. Yeah, I've had people, even prior to the Cachera bout, I've had people kind of chirp in my ear a little bit like, you can go pro right now. And the biggest thing is like, you cross that line, there's no going back. Yeah, I think the experience is kind of priceless in a way. But I am absolutely at that point where regardless of anything in this fight, this is 110% my last amateur bout. I cannot do this for free anymore. I've paid my dues plus some. I've stuck around a lot longer than a lot of amateurs do, and my thought is, maybe it'll pay dividends in the long run. But yeah, I just it felt right. It felt right to come and take another one. I wanted to. I have had some offers for pro bouts, actually quite a few. A lot of them were short notice and whatnot too, and circumstances at the time too didn't allow me to take them and whatnot. But I think everything works its way out. And when this one got presented to me again, I felt I had another tough opponent, another guy who's been on the amateur scene for a while. Adam has 9 fights himself, and I have 8. So there's a lot of experience stepping in the cage here on both ends. Yeah, it's another body. I, I definitely wanted to see myself take one more amateur bout, but at the end of the day, though, yeah, this is 100% my last amateur fight. There's no there's nothing to it besides that, you know. But
Absolutely.
feel if it felt right to come back out and take another amateur fight with Art of War. Let's just put it that way. Above all, that's it right there. It felt right to come out, fight again with Art of War, and do it one more time as an amateur.
No, we're thrilled to have you back. I can tell you.
So
Now, listen, let's go quickly back to the Kashera fight, because first round you just took him down and bullied around, and then the second round, I think it looked like you maybe wanted to work with your stand up. You did take a shot there and get bloodied up, so you went right back to the thing. Looking at your game, I mean, Drew, just as a looking at your game, I'm saying to myself, Drew can grapple and take almost anybody down. He needs to tighten up his striking, and then he's going to be legit. He can have a great career. Is that how you kind of feel? Like, my grappling is like really good, I need to tighten up. Do you concentrate more on your striking right now? Because obviously, being honest with yourself, when you look, if you look at your strengths and your weaknesses, you want to get better everywhere. But for me, I'm saying, man, Drew is like Clay Guida, like one of your heroes. The dude can take you down. He has an unbelievable motor. You got the same nickname.
Yeah.
He can grapple with anybody. He's going to go. He's not nonstop, but he has to get, if he gets better striking, he can beat anybody. Do you kind of feel that way?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Obviously, I'll work more on the striking, obviously I don't want to get away too much from a strong suit and whatnot as well. But yeah, I definitely want to strike more in bouts. Grappling for 9 minutes or 15 minutes is it's freaking hard, dude. but I train for it though. I definitely train for it. So if I got to do it, I got to do it. But yeah, I'm just trying to. It's more just getting more comfortable on the feet and whatnot, and seeing stuff coming, and knowing you're gonna give a hit, take a hit, and give one or anything like that. I did do my first like kickboxing tournament this past winter in like February, so I got rounds in like that. Yeah, definitely work on it. Definitely focus on it a little bit more. I try and make myself stand a lot more in sparring goes, and just not even take shots, and just literally just kind of keep myself stuck on the feet. I'm just like, if you're gonna get your ass beat, dude, you're gonna get your ass beat, dude. Just take it on the feet right now, because down the road, it kind of you hope it's with anything, with experience, you get a little better and whatnot. So yeah, it's definitely not neglected at all, But at the end of the day, I know when we're in the cage, a fight's a fight, and I'm gonna, instinctively I'm gonna fight however I need to do at that given time, But would like to open it up, a little bit more here and there, every bout and whatnot. So.
Well, listen, when somebody goes in to fight you, they're obviously going to they know that you can grapple, so you can use your level changes, you can use your feints to help you with striking. I mean, I'm sure everything is coming together for you. You got some great coaches. Give some shout outs or to some love to your coaches, your teammates, who's helping you get ready for this fight. If you have any sponsors, give some shout outs, Drew.
Yeah, for sure. So, honestly, from March to August last year, basically like that first 6 months of COVID or anything like that, 5, 6, I really didn't even train MMA. I maintained a healthy lifestyle like I always do, but I didn't really train MMA. I took a trip out to Team Alpha Male before I started fighting the summer of 2017. And I did it, I went out there for 1 week. It was like the first MMA gym that I ever like stepped into. And I kind of just told myself, if things go well here, I can start fighting, and I did 1 week and everything went really well and whatnot. And, fast forward, had that Kashera bout. I've now 8 fights into an amateur career. COVID happened. And I kind of just, I felt, I didn't, where we were at in life and whatnot. I'm just like, I don't want to leave any stones unturned. So I went back out to, I got a hold of who I needed to. I got myself back out to Sacramento with Team Alpha Male, and I spent 2 months there basically last fall. It was like, I think it was like the end of September through like the end of November. Just booked a one-way, trained for as long as I felt I needed to kind of kickstart myself again. And did some more some competitions in the area around here, whether it be grappling or like I said, I got my first like kickboxing tournament down in Tennessee in the winter this year. Earlier, I got myself back out to Sacramento again. I think it was beginning of May and stayed till basically the end of June. So basically, my fight with this fight offer came probably 2-3 weeks while I was there. And I knew while I was there, I was going to get a fight offer, or fight offers. Just didn't really know what it would be, if it would be a pro bout, if it would be another amateur somewhere else, whatnot. But I knew at the top of my list, whatever Art of War offers, that's kind of like what I had preference on. And so we got offered a pretty solid bout here with Adam. And yeah, so I definitely and I was there for I think 3 more weeks, and I continued the training camp at home now for about 5 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks, whatever. But yeah, I want to shout out Team Alpha Male. I feel like I really enjoy my time there. I really enjoy training with the guys and girls there. I'm just this little shit from Ohio. When I go in there, I just get beat up all the time. I'm probably like one of the greenest guys there when I step in there, but it's all cool with me. Yeah, I really enjoy being around them and whatnot. I hope to continue to spend time with them going forward and whatnot. Back home here, I want to shout out GT BJJ, basically the first jiu-jitsu gym I ever started with when I first started fighting. Want to shout out T3 Performance, a gym that I do some strength and conditioning with out here. I want to shout out Title Boxing in Westlake, Ohio. That's just it's my family. It's a good group of people. Like when I was college wrestling and I would get away from college wrestling in the summers, I would just go do power hours at Title, and it's kind of turned into a thing where like my main cornerman RJ Hickey is I think he's the general manager there and whatnot, one of the higher ups there or whatever. Regardless, they're all my people. And but he comes with me to the cage. He's been with me since the get-go. I always want to shout them out. I still do work there. I still do regular power hours, like just an everyday person there every once in a while, Yeah, I want to shout out Petals from a Black Rose. It's a health and like skincare natural soap out in this area. They're getting into the MMA field a little bit. And I want to shout out Doublewood Supplements as well. It's a little sponsor of mine that starting to build that relationship with. Actually, fun fact, they're out of Philadelphia, so I'm trying to get them to come to Art of War. So it'll be really cool. It'll be really cool. But my people out here in Ohio, like I said, I want to continue to build a relationship with Team Alpha Male in California. And I want to shout out my friends and family. We're going to be bringing some people out to have some fun on the 31st, and we're looking for a good time. So it's going to be a good time.
Well, listen, I'm with the champ. Art of War, 135-pound champ. He's coming to try to get his second belt, and he's so fun to watch. He has a bright future. Drew, thanks for giving me some time. Have a great fight. I know you're a professional at cutting weight. You've been wrestling your whole life, so it's like second nature to you. It's like you could do it with your eyes closed, and like you said, you already live a healthy lifestyle. So
we'll get there.
Like I said, safe travels down from Ohio. I'll see you at weigh-ins. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. And listen, I love following your career. I hope I get to tell more chapters of your career, because I know that there's a long way to go. You're just getting started, and you're fun to watch. And like I said, man, I can't wait to see what's next for you, my man. It's always great to talk to you, and you're a little beast.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate what you do for the regional fighters and whatnot, dude. I always say it, Bob Maloney's good for MMA, so I appreciate what you do, man.
Appreciate that, man. Listen, I love, like I said, I appreciate the grind, the time you guys put in, and like you said, you're doing this you're not getting paid money. I mean, you guys, you're not even, getting paid. It's costing you supplements, training.
I've spent a decent on this fight camp. I've spent a decent chunk. And it's definitely another reason where I'm like, I can't do this for free anymore, man. So
that's why I like giving back. That's why I like giving back to the regional fighters, and I appreciate you giving me the shout out too, Drew. Like I said,
absolutely, man, absolutely.
I can't wait. I know you have a bright future in this, and hopefully, you'll be fighting in UFC a couple of years down the road, and I'll be talking to you doing the same thing, doing some interviews.
Maybe one day we'll continue to carry that torch together, man.
Yeah, baby.
Hell yeah.
house. He'll be in 419, July 31st, Feasterville, Pennsylvania, the Sportsplex. He'll be coming out looking for another belt. Drew, man, take care, my brother.
Hell yeah. Take care, brother.